So as a governing body, UGC, what are the kind of challenges which you face in the Indian education system?
Well, University Grant Commission is a statutory body which was set up in 1953 to maintain the standard of teaching, examination, and research, and also to provide grants to university and colleges, and also coordinate the education system in the country. It has so much of challenge in terms of the job of maintaining the standard of teaching, examination, research. The sector is growing very fast, especially in private sector, and therefore the challenge of maintaining the standard becomes very difficult. While the central university education, which Government of India directly funds, constitute only 6% of the total gross enrollment ratio, which in fact the country has. Remaining 96% enrollment is with the state government and the private sector, and that sector becomes more relevant when we are talking about education, higher education system in the country. While University Grant Commission has a role to play to regulate that, it also has the role to facilitate them, because then only we can achieve our set goal of having 25% of the gross enrollment ratio towards end of this plan. So therefore it is the challenges are very, very tough, and we are trying to maintain a balance between what we can facilitate and what we can regulate.
And so we are in the era where a lot of autonomous bodies in education system has sprouted up. Basically the international institutes, the Oxfords, the Cambridges, and many other international institutes who are not actually under the UGC guidelines, but still a lot of student movements have been seen towards those institutes. So how UGC is planning to impart the quality education?
No, a University Grant Commission doesn't impart education by itself. The institutions are doing it. What it does is basically sees that there is a minimum standard maintained by the institution.
Because there are certain kind of guidelines which the institutes are not able to follow, because there are certain kind of restrictions in the number of students, in the kind of space of art which the institutes needs to have, the kind of syllabus which the institutes are restricted to. So they move towards the autonomous branch, and to get more exposure of their students towards a cultural and a global education system. That is, I think, the biggest challenge. What are your views on that?
No, there are two things. Let me mention about the thing. You are saying that the Indian institutions which are perhaps not able to maintain certain standard, and then the student, they switch over to the institution in foreign countries, and also some of the institutions which are able to maintain that standard in the country also. That will be there. You know, we can't have the Indian institutions comparing with the Oxford and Harvard and Cambridge and all. Time will come when then we are able to comparable, but you know, as on date, we are definitely that is one part. I mean, and the standard of the institution, whether it is Harvard, whether it is Cambridge or all, comes from the quality of the teachers and not a student. For example, if you look at the thing that, you know, Harvard will have as many as 25 Nobel laureates teaching the student, and so it is that standard of teaching that finally percolates down to the student, and therefore UGC is engaged very seriously in improving the quality of education through betterment in the teaching rather than the student. Students will get attracted when teaching is improving.
What are the new policies
So therefore, we are, in fact, we have brought several such regulations which are able to improve the quality of teaching. For example, we brought a minimum qualification regulation for the teachers. They must have this much qualification. They must be able to attain this much standard before they are promoted to the next level. Those regulations, and there are many, there are regulations related to MPhil and PhD. There are also, we are now brought this NET examination. This NET qualifying is becoming important. So we have a regulation of 2009 which regulate teacher entry into the education system. So there are many ways, but ultimately it is the institution which have to come forward in improving the standard. Many people, many students that get attracted towards the infrastructure the university and institution have, and that is how private universities are growing. That infrastructure is important, when government are not able to maintain that infrastructure of the certain, especially central state universities. But again, I must mention the standard of the institution is not by infrastructure. It does play a role, but standard is by teaching. And that is why we, Government of India as well as UGC, are in fact now focusing on the standard of teachers and through that the institution.
What kind of initiatives UGC is taking in for the rural education?
See, rural education is basically, the first is the institution availability in the rural area. So in fact there are many universities and institution coming up in the rural area. Of course UGC does not have a role in starting and initiating an institution. It is the state government or the central government which start the institution, whether it is state university and central university.
Certain kind of
Programs are definitely
programs for the students
exactly
who are getting into the institute,
right,
so that they will be eligible to get selected in the institute.
So basically UGC has several programs which is addressing the equity part, because that addresses the inclusive education system. People who are economically or socially backward, how they can be brought to the mainstream, what kind of level playing platform to be provided to them. So we are working on those systems. We are also working on providing so much sort of opportunities to scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, minorities, women, physically handicapped, so that they come up to the level of general candidate and get the the same kind of advantage which others are getting. That is the effort that we want to have an inclusive educational system in the country, and UGC is aimed and to improve that, and also it is working to improve that system, so that the set goal for higher gross enrollment ratio can be achieved.
And how has been your overall experience with E-India so far?
It has been a wonderful experience. In fact, there was a session where I spoke and there was overwhelming response from the audience. Well, I have been attending E-India since the inception. I have been associated with the organizer right from the time when I was working in the National Center for Medium and Weather Forecasting, and then to the DST when I was coordinating climate change program. So I have been associated with this program for quite some time.
Thank you so much, sir. It's a pleasure having you here. Thanks a lot, sir.